Germany held federal elections on Sunday 23rd of February 2025. The results are in and a new government will form, led by the Conservative Christian Democratic Union. This is a win for the CDU, but forming a government will involve compromise with a coalition partner. Apologies in advance for any mispronunciation of German names. Let's dive in. I'm Dev Mukherjee and these are my dog walk thoughts. Please subscribe. The Christian Democratic Union won 164 seats, making them the biggest party to be represented in the Bundestag. Their close allies, the Christian Social Union, CSU, won 44 seats. So together they have 208 seats out of 630, nowhere near a majority of 316 seats. The fascist Alternative for Germany will be the second largest party in the Bundestag with 152 seats. They nearly doubled their vote and won 69 more seats than the 2021 election. The big losers of the election are the three parties that made up the previous government. The Social Democratic Party has been reduced to 120 seats, down from 206. They suffered a swing against them of 9.3% and recorded a very low vote of only 16.4%. The Greens lost 33 seats, down to 85. They suffered a swing of 3.1% with a vote share of 11.6%. The biggest loser of all was the Free Democratic Party, losing all 91 seats and gaining only 4.3% of the vote share. The FDP got what it deserved for deliberately collapsing the coalition government. The left-wing Die Linke increased their vote share to 8.8%, up 3.9%, and won 64 seats, up 25. This is despite a splinter party forming in 2023, the eponymously named Bundestag, or BSW. The BSW didn't gain any seats, just missing out by 13,400 votes approximately. The upshot of all this is that the centre-right CDU-CSU alliance needs a coalition partner. Their only option is the centre-left SDP, since the CDU leader, Friedrich Merz, has ruled out a coalition with the AfD. Previous iterations of these parties collaborating has been called a grand coalition. It's not so grand, I think it barely scraped together 45% of the vote. Still, they'll have a majority in the Bundestag between the three parties. On a side note, the German election system is interesting. Germans have two votes, a constituency vote and a party lists vote. The principle of proportionality has primacy in the German Bundestag election. That is, the seats in the parliament are allocated in proportion to the number of second votes that each political party receives. Each party is allocated the number of seats in the parliament based on the number of second votes it receives nationwide. For candidates to win their constituency, they must receive a plurality of first votes, and their party must also receive enough second votes in the relevant state. Based on the number of first votes received, a successful constituency candidate moves to the top of the party's list of candidates in that state. This means they are the first to be considered in the allocation of seats. However, if a constituency candidate's ranking on this list is not matched by the number of seats the party would receive based on second votes, the constituency mandate is not awarded. That means the candidate who receives the most votes in their constituency may not gain a seat in the Bundestag. That's quite a different system from what we're used to in Australia, or the UK, or Canada. Further, political parties that receive less than 5% of the nationwide second votes or win 3 or fewer constituencies are not allocated any seats in the parliament. The 5% minimum requirement is why both the BSW and the FDP missed out on seats. This makes Friedrich Merz's job of gathering a coalition much easier than if both these parties had gained just over 5% of votes. On the downside, the AfD benefited from the proportional system. They only won 42 constituency seats but gained 110 list seats. Compare that to the CDU, which won 128 constituency seats and only 36 party list seats. Election systems matter. What's really worrying, though, is the continued rise of far-right parties in Europe.